What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back for another Game of Thrones Season 8 prediction video. Today I will be talking about Samwell Tarly. As of right now, he still has a very big role to play in the upcoming war, but what will Sam do afterwards? I have noticed a few people asking me this question, so I figured I would give my opinion on what I think Sam will do once all of the fighting has stopped. As we all know, Samwell Tarly is a man of the Night's Watch. He did swear an oath to pledge his life and his honors to the Night's Watch for all nights to come. But will Sam ever go back? Personally, I don't think he ever will, and by the end of this video, I will tell you why. The last time we saw Sam was in the Season 7 finale. He had just arrived at Winterfell after his short stint in Old Town where he was training to become a new Maester of the Citadel for the Night's Watch. Sam had intended on becoming the new Maester at Castle Black after Maester Aemon passed away, and one of the biggest motivating factors for Sam to go to Old Town was so that he could help Jon for when the time came to fight the others. Sam was certain that he could find the information there that was needed to defeat them, but after he arrived, he quickly realized he wasn't going to be taken very seriously, nor were they going to give him much help. After Bran Stark sent out his ravens to warn everyone about the threat beyond the wall, Sam noticed the Maesters were showing zero urgency about this situation. So, in the middle of the night, Sam stole any book or document that he could find that he thought could help them beat the Night King. Then he left the Citadel. He knew time was of the essence, and because he knew he no longer wanted to read about the deeds done by other men, Sam was now a man of action. He plans on doing everything that he can to help, even if that means he has to give up his lifelong dream of becoming a Maester. If Sam survives all of the upcoming battles, I do not believe he will ever go back to the Citadel. What Sam was able to do in the Season 7 finale is a glimpse of what he will continue to do throughout Season 8. Samwell Tarly and Bran Stark will continue to work side by side until they can figure out what they need to do to stop the others from advancing any further. I don't know how many of you watched my recent videos about Bran Stark, but I believe he will go back in time to see how they were stopped the first time. Sam was able to take some books from the Citadel, and there must be something very important inside one of them, and when he finds it, he will tell Bran exactly where to look, just like he did with Rhaegar and Lyanna's wedding. Once the war is over, Sam will have a few different options when it comes to what he wants to do for the rest of his life. Some people believe Sam will return to the Wall, but I think the Night's Watch will be abolished after the Great War is over. When all the fighting is done, there will be a dream for spring. A new day will begin, and there will be a glimmer of hope for the future generations of Westeros. All the old laws and all the old ways will no longer serve their purpose once the cripples, bastards, and broken things take over. Let's think about the original purpose of the Wall in the first place. The Wall was built to keep the others out, but over time the Night's Watch forgot to stay true. They had forgotten why they were originally there, and their new purpose was to keep the wildlings out of Westeros, but the Night's Watch wasn't formed for that purpose. As of right now, the Night's Watch no longer needs to worry about wildlings breaching their wall. All of the wildlings who survived have already came south, mostly when Jon allowed them to come through the wall. But all of the other wildling tribes were killed and then turned into whites, and now they are south of the wall too. When the Night King crippled the wall at Eastwatch by the Sea, he brought every last moving body south with him, and as of right now, there is no one north of the wall. The Night's Watch will no longer have a reason to still be manning the wall right now, and after the war is over, they will have no reason to go back. They have already foreshadowed how the Night King and his army will fall. Beric Dondarrion literally pointed this out. When you kill the Night King, his entire army will die with him. The Night King will be killed for good this time. There will not be another pact or peace treaty made. The will be broken, and the Night's Watch will no longer have to worry about protecting the realm from the others. All of the wildlings that survived the war will be rewarded for their service. They will be given their own lands to live on, and they will no longer have a wall keeping them out of the Seven Kingdoms. I believe Jon and whoever his advisors are in the end will completely change the face of Westeros forever. With the Night King and his army dead, and the wildlings given the same rights as every other citizen in Westeros, the Night's Watch will no longer be needed. Any man of the Night's Watch who survives the war will be given his freedom back. He will no longer be forced to spend the rest of his life on the wall. Anyone that was there because they were a criminal will have to be dealt with accordingly, but even they could be granted another chance if they fought bravely. So, with the Night's Watch being abolished, where would Samwell Tarly go next? I think there are two good options that I could see Sam choosing to do. Sam already dropped out of the Citadel, and if he is no longer bound to the Night's Watch, he will be free to do anything that he pleases. He would be free to marry, have children, and even hold lands and titles again. Sam's family owns a beautiful castle in Hornhill, and I could not blame him for wanting to go back there to start some sort of normal life with Gilly and baby Sam. I don't think Sam should spend the rest of his life serving someone else, not unless he actually wanted to do this. Not only is Sam highborn, but we all know Sam is a very decent human being. He's a very kind and friendly person who could do a lot of good for the realm. Sam is a very intelligent man, and I think he deserves to live his own life. Sam's mother and sister should still be alive too, and I believe they would accept Sam as their Lord of Hornhill. Sam was already next in line to inherit the lands, but his father forced him to join the Night's Watch so that Dickon could inherit everything, but both of them are now dead. If the Night's Watch no longer exists, Sam would no longer have to abide by the rules, but we all know Sam never followed all of the rules anyway. Sam could then raise his family without having to worry about his father's threats, and Sam and Gilly should move to Hornhill and start their own family there. They could even have a child together in the future, who knows? But there is one other thing Sam could do, if he would still choose to serve in some capacity. Sam could always stay in Winterfell. There is a maester already there, but Sam could take his place if he still chooses to serve. We all know that Jon and Sam have a very strong bond, and Sam is now creating a relationship with Bran Stark, and Sam and Bran's relationship will blossom next season. Sam may be the only one who can actually connect with Bran on some level, and I think the Starks would absolutely accept Sam into their service, if that's what he wanted to do. Sam will most likely stay by Bran's side throughout Season 8, and depending how things play out, he may want to stay to help Bran for the rest of his life. Sam could also help deliver Jon and Dany's baby, if they do have a baby together. Sam said he was going to help deliver Gilly's baby, and Jon asked him if he knew how, and Sam said he did read about it, so he could put that to use in the future. If Sam doesn't go back to Castle Black, and Sam doesn't go home, then I think him staying in Winterfell would be a safe bet. The Starks will grow to love Sam, just like Jon did, so I don't see that being a problem. But if it were up to me, I would send Sam home and allow him to make a life for himself. Let him raise a family the way he would have liked to have been raised. Sam has already served, and he has risked his life on multiple occasions, and without his help, they would have not made it this far. In my opinion, Sam has earned his freedom from a life of service, but what do you all think? What would you like to see next for Samwell Tarly? Assuming he lives, what can you see him doing next? Let me know your thoughts and opinions on all of this. Before I go, I just want to give a special thanks to all of you who have recently supported me on Patreon. In one of my last videos, I told you all about some of the issues I was having with YouTube and HBO. And I was pleasantly surprised by how many of you listened to my concerns. All of you should know that I love making these videos for you as much as I can, but recently, YouTube and HBO is taking a significant amount of my monetization away. I now have over 40 videos with copyright claims on them, and that's not counting all my new videos that get demonetized as soon as I upload them. I really don't know what's going on, but it nearly crippled my channel. But ever since I mentioned that in my last video, I had about a dozen new people sign up to Patreon, and I cannot thank you enough. I have to say I felt embarrassed to even have to mention the issues with YouTube and HBO right now, but your donations on Patreon did give me some hope that I could still afford to spend the amount of time that I do to make videos, even if I did lose some revenue. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. Have a great day, everyone. I will see you in the next one. Bye.